welcome to the 100th episode of All Pro Wrestling Television. I am your Juggalo homie, KG Kevin Gill, and it's an honor to stand alongside top All Pro Wrestling competitor, AJ Kirsch.
Kevin, it's an honor to be here. I'm excited to be here. We have a lot to talk about, celebrating 100 episodes of All Pro Wrestling on TV. A whole lot of history, a whole lot of moments.
So many great moments through the modern and current era of All Pro Wrestling. One of the longest running independents in the world today. But tell us about the Carnival history.
APW has so much history. We've got the pioneers that came. We've got JJ Perez. We've got Max Justice. Who can forget, of course, Michael Modest. We've got Brown Bomber Robert Thompson. And then all the names that came through APW went on to bigger and better things. Guys like Crash Holly, Sarah Del Rey, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, Frankie Kazarian, the Great Khali. The list goes on and on.
What a list it is. You know what? There's the past, but let's look right now at the great present, some of the greatest moments going on today in Hayward, California at All Pro Wrestling.
My favorite episode of All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars Television has to be the television show is Christmas Chaos, two-feature Christmas Chaos match from 2010. Derek Sanders defending the championship against Dylan Drake, and also Jody Christopherson taking on the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher. I'm a big fan of just pure wrestling, bell-to-bell action. Guys going out there, wrestling their hearts out. And those two matches, wow. That show alone featured 2 matches of the year. And right now it has over 12,000 hits on YouTube. I mean, wrestling is still popular today. People still love to see the in-ring action. And APW brings the best here. And that was my favorite episode of the 100 episodes here at All Pro Wrestling.
That won him the internet title, and here's cover 1, 2, gets the 3, about 2.5 right there. That's the move that he held on to the internet title for a whole year because of.
That's right. He's a submission specialist, a guy I admire in terms of his skill.
Well,
but not maybe,
the Timothy Thatcher Jody Christopherson match was just one of the pure scientific classics. Jody Christopherson, big cowboy, big brawler, but Timothy Thatcher brought that wrestler out of him. And they went there, and Jody toe-to-toe from bell to bell hung with the best, in my opinion, the best scientific wrestler in APW today, Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher, he snuck in that win, but Jody Christopherson at the end of that match came out, solidifying his stance as one of the top stars here in All Pro Wrestling.
Of Jody Christopherson, taking a moment to pose for some pictures and to get under the skin of the folks here in the All Pro Wrestling Garage. Takes a bow towards the camera, but Jody Christopherson looking for the spear. Instead, it looked like he instead takes him down, peppering away at the forehead. A little bit of a top guard.
Those punches can't have been as powerful as they were at the beginning of the match. And here we go. Oh, look for the armbar here.
Looking for that armbar, trying to lock it in.
My name is the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher. And if you've been watching all 100 episodes of APW, you've seen me win the worldwide internet title and hold it for 1 year. And you saw me win the Universal Heavyweight title. Granted, neither belt is around my waist right now. They'll come very soon. That Universal Heavyweight title will come back to me. God save
He might have hyped his leg strong enough with his arm being hurt.
Well,
he gripped the leg and hit the pin.
Look at Thatcher continuing to pivot around the ring, trying to get away from Christopherson, buys himself time, and he's able to kick out there. Oh, he's countered it! Right out of the pinfall, right out of the kick out into the Thatcher stretch. He's got Christopherson where he wants him. Toby Reynolds in perfect position to see if Christopherson wants to tap out. Christopherson rolls over, hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3, gets the 3 count.
Amazing. Jody, any lesser man would have tapped out, but Jody Christopherson able to fight out and get the pin.
Dylan Drake showing a little aggression, going after the boss who hid outside the ring during the entire commercial break, but he's paying the price here, caught by the champ, the boss, Derek Sanders.
Right, what we saw was a little psychological warfare by the boss. Got him in, I'm pretty impressed. He taunted Dylan until he came out and tried to get him, and now he's trying to take over. And no!
Look for that big scoop and a slam, countered by Dylan Drake, and he does it himself to the boss, Derek Sanders. And you see the Gym Wars crowd
feeling himself like Mac Dre. And big drop kick.
Nice drop kick on the button, just like the one that the boss threw earlier. Sets him up for the spine buster and connects, and now he's going to hold on and get top mount position, going after the face.
The APW Universal Heavyweight Championship match between Derek Sanders and Dylan Drake was a year in the making. It all started with the APW Sexiest Wrestler contest, with Dylan Drake won. And of course, the boss, Derek Sanders, he took offense that he did not win that award. He took offense that he wasn't even in the ballot. But that all kicked off. That jealousy of Derek Sanders kicked it off that feud with Dylan Drake. Of course, Derek Sanders in the month of July captured the APW Championship, Universal Championship one more time by defeating Jekyll in Santa Rosa, and then as Dylan Drake on his heels from that point on. And finally, they came together in a match at Christmas Chaos, and it was one of the best Universal Heavyweight Championship matches of all time.
So close.
So close, so close. This could have been it. That could have been it. But Derek Sanders.
And the boss, in control of Dylan Drake, pulls him back to the center of the ring, trying to roll him over. Can he do it? If he does, you got to think this match might be over. But Dylan Drake fighting out. Oh, he's got him cradled. 1, 2. Inside cradle only gets the 2 count. The boss quick back to his feet. Dylan Drake slow to get up. Oh, could he be thinking Alabama Slam here? Spins him around. Boom! There it is. Alabama Slam, that version of the Spinebuster.
Setting him up. He's right in the center of the ring.
Right in the center of the ring. Rolls him over and sits down. He's got it locked into the center of the ring. The boss is in trouble. He's got to get to the bottom rope and break this hold. The Beta Breaker is locked in.
No man's land. He is in the middle of no man's land. The boss has got to find his way to a rope.
And the boss is saying he gives up.
Did he just give up?
He just gave up. The boss just gave up.
There's some answers over what just happened.
Matthew, can you hear us? No.
I don't think he's going to get us any answers.
No. I mean, come on. He's a manager. Don't.
This is what happens when you give contracts to mentally unstable people. This is what happens.
Oh! Matthew Theo. No, Omega's going to the top rope.
Matthew Theo was squished. And his legacy as Larry Blackpool's manager. And from that day, I made sure I watched my back. As the Carnival of Shadows,
Enough is enough, guys.
Scary. And they're not afraid to do anything to anybody.
His rib cage compressing.
I don't think
against
talking
the
about
mat.
it is a good idea. But that definitely is one of the scariest moments here in APW, booking in shows.
This Carnival of Shadows. I mean,
all the humanity, an entire Carnival of Shadows teaming up to destroy Matthew Theo, helpless poor guy.
You know, you call him helpless, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I thoroughly enjoyed that. Matthew Theo definitely got what was coming to him.
Well, that's
it's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
And fair enough. It is your opinion. That's what this is all about. It's about people's opinion, people picking their favorite moments in APW wrestling history. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some more exciting clips, and we're going to find out what's your favorite moment.
I already got one picked.
We'll be back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Boot Camp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
My favorite episode would have to be me. Every episode that I made is actually a great episode. think back of one, I have to think of my good friend Malachi taking the heavyweight title, being the first ever leader guy to have the title in a long time. That was my favorite part right there. Malachi being heavyweight champion, APW, great shit.
Players and pimps, suckers and simps, chicken heads and scallywags. My name is the no alternate pink mink of professional wrestling, Marcus Mack. This is Mr. Primetime MPT, and that's wrestling personified, Rick Luxury. And nobody, and I mean nobody, has been able to stop late night primetime since this beautiful duo started.
Nobody.
And today, right here on APW Gym Wars, Reno's Scum. It's the end all be all. I'm talking about a lumberjack match.
All pro wrestling fans. 9 months ago, I had a shot at then APW Universal Heavyweight Champion Dylan Drake. 9 months ago, I had a man named MPT as the special guest referee in that match. And 9 months ago, that man showed his true colors as he turned his back on me because jealousy ran wild. He couldn't take the fact that Adam Thornstowe was going to be better than him once again. So he aligns himself with Rick Luxury, one of the biggest notorious slime balls in all of professional wrestling. And then they align themselves with Mr. Moneybags Marcus Mack. And the three of you joined up to create Late Night Primetime. Well, Late Night Primetime, I've always had one friend, and I've always needed one friend, and that's this guy right here, Luster the Legend, my best friend. And for 9 months we've been chasing you, and for 9 months
You've been running! You've been running scared! You see, but tonight, there's gonna be all those lumberjacks at ringside to make sure you got nowhere to run. Nowhere to run, but right back to us where we're gonna hurt you. We're gonna hurt you real bad, and then we're gonna beat you. And for any of those lumberjacks thinking about taking the money that Marcus Mack's been dishing out, just remember, for every action, there's a reaction. So if you stick your nose in our business, the scum's gonna break that big nose.
Scum out of Thornstowe. And my favorite all-pro wrestling moment? Probably when Luster the Legend and I finally got redemption on Mr. Primetime and Rick Luxury, and I kicked Primetime's teeth down his throat and his butt right out of APW.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
We're back on the 100th episode of All Pro Wrestling Television. KG along here with AJ Kirsch. AJ, I'm very excited to introduce here. We're about to find out your favorite moment in APW wrestling history. What can you tell us?
You know, I've been a big part of APW for a long time, and I've had a lot of good moments in All Pro Wrestling. But I think the one that really surpasses them all was when I got back from Tough Enough, and I wasn't really sure how the APW crowd was going to embrace me. But when I got back from Tough Enough, there was a fire inside me that it was burning brighter than it ever has before. And I knew that the only place for me to come back and get better was All Pro Wrestling. This is my moment. This is my return.
Let's take a look.
Well, All Pro Wrestling fans, welcome back to Gym Wars, but we're supposed to be going to a news break right now. Wait, Matthew Thiel, do you hear that music?
That would be the theme to WWE Tough Enough, John Roberts.
You don't think?
Well, we did hear that somebody was going to be coming back, a former champion.
And you accused me of knowing who that was. I have no clue who that person
I guess
is.
we're about to get in. It's AJ Kirsch, Tough Enough contestant.
AJ Kirsch makes his return to the All Pro Wrestling Garage here in Hayward, California.
I know that guy.
I know that guy too. He's a former APW Tag Team Champion, teamed for a long time with Outrageous Nate Rules in the group known as Ego. And of course, at the helm of that was a man who's a member of the APW Championship Committee.
Kane's fired up. Dutra's in trouble here. Sheik sends it for the ride, but gets countered by Dutra. Springboarding into the ropes, coming off, but trying to take out Dutra. Dutra saw it coming, but DDT from Sheik Kanabati takes out Double D.
Sheik Kanabati needs to go for the pin. Is he preparing for the Shia Crest? I don't know what's going through his head right now, but he's wasting valuable time.
Sheik going up to the second rope. Is he going to try to go to the top? He does so, turning around, waiting for Dutra to turn around now. Sheik is perched up on that top rope, trying to snap off a Huracan Rana, but to no avail. Double D throws him hard into the turnbuckle. Dutra coming off the rope, trying to take him out with that big clothesline. Sheik saw it coming. Sheik crescent from Sheik Kanabati, keeps him pinned. 1, 2, 3, and Sheik Kanabati gets the victory over Double D Dave Dutra.
And the winner by pinfall in 7 minutes and 53 seconds, Sheik Kanabati.
Sheik Kanabati able to get the victory over Double D Dave Dutra, and you got to think Dutra is not going to be happy about this
I'm
loss.
sure he's beating himself up on the inside. There's plenty of opportunities in that match that Dave Dutra was.
You know, this show's been around longer than my career. You know, so debuting for a company that has its own show is really special. You get to see a lot. So much has happened before my debut. So much has happened after my debut. I mean, things coming to mind: title matches, ladder matches, cage matches. A lot of different things have happened. A few Halloween Hells, a couple Christmas Chaoses. It's hard to pinpoint one really special moment, but if I really had to pick one, it'd probably be the shock and awe on everyone's face when that masked man came out, tore that mask off. And it was my former buddy Dave Dutra. I think we all kind of found out who Dave was for real that day.
Double D Dave Dutra, it's the man in black.
Oh my God! Double D Dave Dutra is the man in black, and I've never ever seen a look like that in the face of Double D Dave Dutra.
Boy, is his star rising. Double D Dave Dutra making the decision of his career, teaming with the boss Derek Sanders.
This match has been back and forth, and I'm shocked that Will Roode is still able to fight the way that he's fighting right now. He has definitely got to have a concussion.
Will Roode going back up to the top for some reason. Dave Dutra's already get back up to his feet. There's no way he's going to be able to hit the frog splash right now.
Dutra runs into the ropes and crotches Will Roode on the top.
And Dave Dutra going for a DDT off of that top rope.
Connects! Folding him up like an accordion following that DDT. 1, 2, that's gotta do it.
Dave Dutra wants to punish Will Roode more. This is beautiful. Dave Dutra wants to end the career of Will Roode, and he's going to make sure that Will Roode has to be carried out of here on a stretcher.
Another DDT for good measure by Dutra. Just cover him. 1, 2,
no more. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, Double D Dave Dutra wanting to continue the punishment.
Referee Sparky Ballard saying that's it.
And the winner by knockout, Dave Dutra.
Sparky Ballard saying that Dutra is the winner by a knockout. How rare is it that in a non-last man standing match do we see a knockout blow to end the match?
And Double D trying to go for another one, shoving Sparky Ballard, and he gets a third DDT on to Will Roode. Dave Dutra is an animal.
Sparky Ballard's talking to the timekeeper.
APW senior official Sparky Ballard has reversed the decision. Therefore, the winner of this match in 11 minutes and 30 seconds, Will Roode.
Who gives Sparky Ballard the right to reverse the decision after a match is finished?
Well, Will Roode had lost this match via disqualification. Dutra's going to go for another DDT. Championship committee member John LaRocca sprinting to his feet and getting in the ring. He doesn't want to see this happen. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hope the censors caught that, but LaRocca is livid. LaRocca.
Oh, Double D Dave Dutra. I don't know if that's crossing the line or what, but he just kicked John LaRocca right in the giblets.
LaRocca tried to intervene and stop Dutra from hitting another DDT and possibly ending the career of Will Roode. AJ Kirsch out to make the save. Kirsch trying to stop Dutra from assaulting. LaRocca was going to try to hit him with the Ace Crusher, but Dutra got out of the way just in time. Dutra assaulting championship committee member John LaRocca.
Deservedly so. I've had personal experiences with John LaRocca, and that was a long time coming.
Wait a minute. Dutra's got a steel chair. Dutra's back in the ring. Kirsch doesn't see him. Shot to the gut with the steel chair. No. Dutra. Don't do it. Don't do it. DDT on the steel.
Well, that might not be one of the greatest moments in APW history, but it certainly is one of the most shocking. One of the most beloved stars in our area, Dave Dutra, Double D, turning his back on the fans.
You know, I didn't even see that coming because I've been watching Dave for a long time. He's one of the best young talents in all pro wrestling, and for the longest time, I thought he had his head screwed on right. Turns out I was wrong, and he and I ended up not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things and ended up in one hell of a match. But you know what? This show's not about the past. This show is about celebrating the present. And coming up next, we've got a lot of great moments from both the Internet Championship and the Universal Heavyweight Championship.
It's going down right after this commercial break.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back to the APW's faithful watching around the world. KG, AJ, back for the 100th episode of All Pro Wrestling Television. Now we will focus on one of the most prestigious prizes in California Wrestling, the Internet Championship.
That's right. The All Pro Wrestling Internet Championship is not just one of the most sought-after belts in All Pro Wrestling. It's one of the most sought-after belts in all of California wrestling. People call APW from all over the world
constantly
just to get a shot at that belt. And within the last 2 years, we've seen the likes of Rick Luxury, Matt Carlos in an incredible ladder match. That's just one of the many moments that the Internet Championship gave us.
So many memories, matches, and glory, all for the taking, all for your viewing. Let's go to the clips.
And we're back. Mr. Wrestling number 4, Matt Carlos, putting on a clinic here at the world famous All Pro Wrestling Garage. John Roberts and Matthew Thiel here to call this action. This has been a great match. A European uppercut from Mr. Wrestling number 4.
Non-stop action all the way through the commercial break. Do you see the hard-hitting back and forth nature between Mr. Wrestling number 4 and Matthew Carlos? It's been going on this entire time.
And a cross-arm chop to the throat of Matt Carlos, looking for that big knee lift. Nobody home. Now he's setting him up for another TKO. No, Matt Carlos looking for the Union landing. Is he gonna get it?
Union landing. He hits it. He hits all of that.
That's it. It's over. It's over. We got a new Internet champion. 1, 2, 3. It's it. Matt Carlos has won the Worldwide Internet Championship.
Congratulations, Matthew Carlos.
And the winner by pinfall at 17 minutes and 50 seconds. And the new All Pro Wrestling Worldwide Internet Champion. He's out of control, Matt Carlos.
My favorite Gym Wars moment so far is probably when Matt Carlos won the Worldwide Internet Championship from Mr. Wrestling number 4 at Hell in Hell. It was an amazing matchup with two great competitors, and on that night they really put on a hell of a show, and it's definitely a moment in APW history that I won't ever forget, and I don't think anybody else will.
Walk right into my office, sign the dotted line. Your future is in your hands, Matthew Carlos, and I, for one, the greatest mind in professional wrestling, is willing, ready, and able to walk with you every step of the way.
Well, Matthew Carlos, he's got his family here at ringside. He's going to celebrate with them. There they all are. Everyone, his entire family. Matt Carlos being lifted up onto the chairs here at the garage by his family. Matt Carlos is your new Worldwide Internet Champion. Grabbing the side headlock. Killer J, you had a chance back in the day to wrestle a lot of the great names who held the Worldwide Internet Championship. Who are some of those guys? I know Christopher Daniels is one of those names. Who are a couple of the other ones?
You got, Daniel Bryan held the belt for a time. Spike Dudley, James Watkins. Even Larry Blackwell, as he's called now, was actually a double champion at a time, holding both Universal and Internet belts.
That's right, the very first person to ever hold both belts at the same time, a feat that was not accomplished again until many years later when the Rock legend scum Adam Thornstowe did it.
Correct. So it's only two people who have been able to do that. Like I said, the Internet belt is unique in a lot of the belts around the indie wrestling scene, in that it was always defended on the Internet, and this was done before matches were shown on the Internet a lot. So people would want to wrestle and win this belt for the exposure and also the honor of defending it in the APW garage. So these two men are trying to continue that legacy. One who has the belt, the other trying to regain it. There's not very many multiple-time champions for the Internet belt. JJ Perez comes to mind. So this is great. Seeing Matt Carlos trying to defend his title. He looks like he's in trouble, going for a surfboard here.
Well, Double D, Dave Dutra, making a campaign, making a name for himself again in the title hunt, and he cashes in his 1, 2, only gets 2. Matt Carlos countering the surf, reeling into the ropes. Looks like Dutra's going to shoot him off. No, Carlos goes to counter by Dutra, looking for fireman's carry, connects to the center of the ring. Standing fireman's carry, both men are down.
Thinking back, I think one of the most favorite experiences I had on commentary for Gym Wars was seeing the green-eyed monster in Dave Dutra just come out. And I remember there's one particular match between him and Matt Carlos. I think it was at Christmas Chaos. It won Match of the Year in 2010. Personally, I had a great time watching that match. Those two kids beat the crap out of each other, of course. To this day, I still think back and I still remember it.
He was going to send Carlos outside. Carlos, very unique counter, up to the top rope, springboard up, DDT! DDT off the top rope.
Now he's got to go for the cover. Matt Carlos has to cover. Here we go.
Only 2. Looks like your boy's about to retain the Internet Championship.
But Dutra showing a lot of resilience, the resilience that made him an internet champion and helped him hold the title for 7 months. A beautiful title reign it was. And now Carlos going to go to the top rope, the current champ, looking to try to end this match. Instead, there's a slap to the face from Dutra. You said it earlier in this match, all these shots have started to seem a little personal. Both men leaving everything in the ring, both men trying to walk out of here. Still, the worldwide internet champion.
This is the belt you wrestle for.
Oh, beautiful move from Carlos, putting his own body on the line.
This is the belt you want when you wrestle at APW. 2 boot camp graduates. You got to think, these kids have been training for 2 years, wrestling for 2 years between them too. They have been for 4 years seeing that belt, wanting that belt, and now here it is. It's on the line.
Belly to back suplex, 1, 2, only gets the 2. Dutra had a counter for Carlos. That time looked like Carlos was going to try to counter Dutra once again. And Dutra, he's fired up. He's showing a little bit of aggression now. He wants that internet title back.
Imagine all the emotions that Dave Dutra is going. He's got a chance to get his belt. Sure, it's against his friend.
Oh, he's looking for the double or nothing here. Looking for it. He's got the first part of it cinched in. He's just got to reach back and bring him over. Done so. Double. No. Countered by Carlos. Looking for the Union. The mat ladder connects. Could this be the match? Carlos just has to roll towards the cover. Instead, Carlos is fired up. The double DZ and the Matt Carlos movement are going crazy in the old Pro Wrestling Garage. He's looking for the Union landing, calling for it, going off that top rope. And countered by Dutra. Wow, counter for counter for counter for counter. The story of this matchup. And, oh, looks like both shoulders are bad. No, Dutra's got his shoulder up. 3 count. Dutra's the new internet champion. Dutra did it. He beat Matt Carlos. He got it done.
You notice Dutra's shoulders were down. He pinned himself. I'm not sure that, I think.
Both shoulders down by decision by the referee. This is a double pinfall. Therefore, this contest is a draw.
What did, no. Dave Dutra, we're going to see it from another angle here. Here's a replay. I swear Dutra's shoulder was up. Dutra is the new internet champion.
Dutra pinned himself. He put Matt Carlos on top of him. I'm pretty sure.
I'll tell you one thing, son. This right here, this is my destiny in professional wrestling. This has been my goal since day one, and I'm going on 10 years, Matt Carlos.
The ladder match, the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. The champion, out of control Matt Carlos, defending the title against the sneaky, the crafty, seasoned veteran, wrestling personified Rick Luxury, and always with luxury, the no alternate pink mink of professional wrestling, Marcus Mack. And that match, epic, doesn't even describe that type of matchup. Bodies laid everywhere. We're talking outside the ring, inside the ring. Even Marcus Mack got involved in that match. And out of that match came out only one winner, the undisputed APW Worldwide Internet Champion, and that was wrestling personified Rick Luxury. And you talk about greatest moments here in APW, and that match definitely earned it. It had so many spills, so many bumps, so much drama that all the fans, either online, at home, at ringside, were totally invested in this. You had one champion, the real champion, Matt Carlos, versus the self-professed champion, Rick Luxury, going against each other from backstage, outside, everywhere. The action was everywhere. And the match, crisp. Everything just flowed so well. And that ladder, one of the most lethal weapons in professional wrestling, you wouldn't even know how many ladders were used. I think it was 3, maybe even 4, busted, bruised for both of these competitors. They left everything in the ring. Their hearts and souls was completely devoted into that championship. And I was, maybe even my jaw would drop every time they did something, because I've never even seen a ladder match that up close and personal. But right here in APW, we were able to see that. And I think the fans left with more than they ever dreamed. And I think that is one of my favorite matches here in All Pro Wrestling.
There are a lot of moments in APW Gym Wars, the TV show history, where I've been like with my eyes wide and my mouth open, just amazed at what I'm seeing in the ring. One being the ladder match. Everybody has their Matthew Theall moment. I'm sure I have one too if I thought about it. But my biggest moment in these past 100 episodes, the biggest moment that I can think of that was big for me just because I really, you know, as a wrestling term, marked out for it, was when Colt Cabana showed up at APW. I always heard about when I first came to APW was all these people would show up at APW as a surprise and the crowd would go nuts, and there was moments like that, but that was a big moment for me because I was actually wrestling at the time, and just watching Colt Cabana show up and cut that promo against Rick Luxury, and then they got in the ring and actually went at it. It was an amazing sight to me because then APW became more like the reality of what I saw when I watched Beyond the Mat or when I showed up to APW. It was incredible to me, and they had a fantastic match. That moment for me is always going to live for me because that's when APW was brought to light.
Luxury is in control of this match. Marcus Mack choking Colt Cabana on the middle rope, taking advantage of the distraction from the referee.
You know, you got to admit that Colt Cabana probably showed up here for a match. Showed up here for a regular old match. But this is not only APW, this is Halloween Hell. This match is going to leave a mark on these men.
At least marking everyone.
Yeah. And now he is dealing with it. Look at him. Nice little counter roll up. Small package there. No, excuse me, backdoor roll up and a kick out.
And another chop. That's like chop 1,700 of the match so far from Colt Cabana.
I'm surprised that Rick Luxury's chest is not open.
Luxury in the middle of the ring with a thumb well placed right in the eye.
I wonder why referee Sparky Ballard just let that happen.
This is a championship match. You haven't let a little bit of something slide. You want this. Oh
wow.
Oh my God.
I wonder if that's going to slide.
Rick Luxury accidentally hitting Sparky Ballard with that clothesline. And I'm not sure exactly what that's. It was slamming Rick Luxury down. Marcus Mack is in the ring. He's got a handful of powder. This is some fan.
Oh my goodness.
That's Vince DeMarco. Vince DeMarco with his hands on Marcus Mack, going for the face spank. Oh my.
Wow. Vince DeMarco equalizing.
Taking Marcus Mack out of the equation. You have to believe that powder was meant for Colt Cabana's eyes.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Now he's waking up Sparky. Rick Luxury, though, going for that luxury alignment. Colt Cabana avoids it just barely.
Getting him up. Uh-oh.
This could be the GTS. Oh, GTS. Rick Luxury has to be out cold. Going for the cover.
That's it. That is a new internet champion.
Colt Cabana.
The winner by pinfall in 15 minutes and 45 seconds. And the new APW Worldwide Internet Champion, Colt Cabana.
I don't even know what to say. Colt Cabana is your new internet champion.
Host of the Art of Wrestling podcast. Creative Has Nothing For You web series. Colt Cabana now, also known as the APW Worldwide Internet Champion.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having all pro wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Wow, talk about putting it all on the line for that internet championship. I mean, AJ, what can you tell us?
What can you say? I mean, that action speaks for itself. And the Internet Championship is one of the most sought-after belts in all pro wrestling. But now, we move on to the ultimate prize in APW, the Universal Heavyweight Championship. And you can't talk about the Universal Heavyweight Championship without mentioning guys like Dylan Drake, Derek Sanders, and Timothy Thatcher.
Well, don't forget about guys like Malachi and Jekyll's. You know, we're talking about these are the best competitors in the world competing for the richest prize in all pro wrestling. I can't wait to see it.
You get lost in that thing. Never played a piano with the fear.
Go!
Come on, off the ropes.
Yeah!
on, stay off the hair.
Somebody's battery.
1, 2,
Oh yeah, save the liquid.
3. Come on, Jackals. Come on, freak.
Come on, Jackals. You got it.
5.
Come on.
6.
You can do it, baby.
Come on, Jackals.
Come on, Jackals.
7.
Come on, Jackals. Watch out for him.
8. What are you doing? Back it up. I'm getting clean. Stand back.
I'm knocking him out of there.
2.
I didn't know Jackals was going to be out.
3. 4.
That's it.
5.
Come on,
Take
get up
my
there.
chair, Jackals. 6.
Help him out.
Jackals, get up.
Come on, Jackals.
7.
Come on, Jackals. Get up.
8.
Who's going out?
9.
Derek Sanders is a graduate of the APW boot camp. He's been toughened up, he's been trained to take everything that Jekyll has to dish.
Face plant. I thought he was going for an atomic drop, but he turned it into a face plant. Let's see if he gets a cover here. 1, 2.
And a kick out, of course.
Gets that right shoulder up. He's signaling to the fans with his hand, his right hand, the one with the glove on it. Does this mean that we're getting ready to see his finisher here?
He may be going for the joke slam, but all he's really doing is letting Derek Sanders know what his next step is.
It's the joke slam. He's going to go for it. What's Rude doing up on the apron again?
He's making sure
this
that
is like the second, third time he's done this.
Jekyll's just had a
Caster
choke.
has to stop this.
He had a blatant choke on Derek Sanders. Will Rude is just making sure that this match is called fair.
Oh, and see, Jekyll's was waiting for Sanders there. Another stiff forearm to the side of the head. He's got Sanders reeling.
If Jekyll's is any kind of
Oh no, he's going to body slam him right on the floor. Right on that hardwood floor.
If Jekyll's adjuster was any kind of real wrestler, he'd bring it back into the middle of the ring. There's no reason. That is completely
You're right.
uncalled
He needs
for.
to get him back into the middle of the ring and go for a cover.
Cross Derek Sanders. Oh, he's definitely going to come. I would think that he would come back for this. Derek Sanders trying to stay in this match, crawling, wanting to get back in the ring. He wants to be champion.
I was thinking back, and there was a Universal Heavyweight Championship match that I particularly enjoyed. It was the Boss Derek Sanders against Jekyll's the Jester at the time for the Universal title that was shot in Santa Rosa, big house show. We don't really get too many opportunities to get out of the garage, and when we do, it's always a big deal, and something always happens that just is completely extraordinary. Will Rude was still hanging out with Derek Sanders at the time, got involved, cost Jekyll's the championship, and Derek Sanders went on to be one of the finest Universal champions we've had in all pro wrestling.
The boss, the champ, trying to retain the gold here in our main event, sets him up, and Dylan Drake counters there. Plants him across the knee. Nice backbreaker. Killer J, this has been one heck of a title match.
That's right. It's going back and forth, and these guys are just hurting each other. Dylan working up the body. He has been all over the left knee of Derek Sanders, and now he just did a big attack, a spine buster better to the, backbreaker to the lower back of Derek Sanders, and now Dylan is feeling it. He is feeling himself like Mac Dre, and big drop kick.
Nice drop kick on the button, just like the one that the boss threw earlier. Sets him up for the spine buster and connects, and now he's going to hold on and get top mount position, going after the face, trying to
forearms.
Nice forearms from Dylan Drake. Puts him all the way into the ropes, now sends him across the ring, setting him up. Big belly-to-belly suplex, and Dylan Drake is a house of fire right now. Rolls over to the cover, hooks the outside leg 1, 2, only gets 2, maybe 2 7/8. This match was that close to being over.
Dylan Drake is knowing he's got it in his eyes on the prize. He can win the belt right now.
he could be a two-time Universal Heavyweight Champion right here.
Right.
Going to the top rope. Look for that big splash he was looking for earlier in this contest. Look for that big crossbody. Here we go. Set him up for it. And it connects. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. New champ. Oh, so close.
So
2.
close. So close. This could have been it. That could have been it. But Derek Sanders knows that he's on his. He knows his back's against the wall, and there's nothing worse than a cornered, wounded animal, and that's exactly what the boss is right now.
Well, the boss showing some intestinal fortitude there, kicking out after that high cross body, the move that helped Dylan Drake win the title his first time around. And oh, nice
little dragon wizard there.
Nice maneuver from Dylan Drake, looking to set him up for that submission. Here it goes. He's trying to roll him over. Can he do it, folks?
You gotta wonder about ring position here.
There it is, the Beta Breaker sharpshooter. He's got him where he wants him, maybe a little bit too close to the ropes, but the boss is in a position to tap out. Oh, and he grabs that bottom rope. Dylan's gonna have to break the hold and does so.
Dylan has to keep ring awareness, but the Beta Breakers has already done its damage.
Look for that big splash again in the corner. Oh, the boss saw it coming. Gets his feet up on that top rope as he got the pinfall attempt, but only gets 2. And I think the referee saw the feet anyway, and he's letting him know right now, I saw the feet and it was only 2.
That's really smart. Derek Sanders knows he's got to end this real quick. He is feeling it in that knee. You see, he cannot bear any.
Well, right hand there puts him down. Now look at that Los Gatos leg lock. And the boss in control of Dylan Drake pulls him back to the center of the ring, trying to roll him over. Can he do it? If he does, you got to think this match might be over. But Dylan Drake fighting out. Oh, he's got him cradle. 1, 2. Inside cradle only gets the 2 count. The boss quick back to his feet. Dylan Drake slow to get up. Oh, could he be thinking Alabama Slam here? Spins him around. Boom! There it is. Alabama Slam, that version of the Spinebuster.
Setting him up. He's right in the center of the ring.
Right in the center of the ring. Rolls him over and sits down. He's got it locked in the center of the ring. The boss is in trouble. He's got to get to the bottom rope and break this hold. The Beta Breaker is locked in.
No man's land. He is in the middle of no man's land. The boss has got to find his way to a rope.
And the boss is saying he gives up.
Did he just give up?
He just gave up. The boss just gave up.
And the winner at 14 minutes and 59 seconds by verbal submission by Derek Sanders, and the winner and the new All Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight Champion, Dylan Drake.
And he did it, folks. Dylan Drake is officially a 2-time Universal Heavyweight Champion.
That's right, he did it. A verbal submission from the former champion. I mean, he didn't tap. You don't have to see the hand move. He verbally gave up his belt.
Some of the best, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Look at him.
That atomic drop, and now Jekyll's playing more mind games with Dylan Drake, lifting him up. Dylan Drake floating all the way across the top.
German suplex.
German suplex from Dylan Drake. Jekyll's back up to his feet, but gets countered. Backbreaker from Dylan Drake once again. Really trying to go after that back, set up for the Beta Breaker. 1, 2, is it gonna be 3? No, Dylan Drake only able to get 2 on Jekyll's that time.
That rock bottom came straight out of Alcatraz into a backbreaker, man. Let me tell you, he's going all the way up. And if he is going for his flying cross body, that's gonna be it. Lights out.
Dylan Drake going to the top rope. Jekyll needs to turn around. No, Sparky Ballard takes the crossbody in the center of the ring. The senior official is out.
What a genius Jekyll's is. Jekyll's just dropped. Right there. Dropped and crossed his legs. He's a sick man.
He's got him caught. He's looking for the choke slam.
Choke slam.
Dylan able to counter. Lifting him up with that one leg. Bringing him down with a shin breaker. Dragon screw on the leg. Dylan Drake setting him up. He's going to try and put him in the Beta Breaker.
Beta Breaker, that's it. He's got him, but there's no referee, John. He's got him, but there's no referee.
The referee's out cold. Dylan Drake with the Beta Breaker applied in the center of the ring. And wait a minute.
Who's that?
That's Perry Von Vicious and Matt Theo. What are they?
Shot to the face by Perry Von Vicious. The referee's out, otherwise this would be a disqualification, and Dylan Drake would be retaining the Universal Heavyweight title.
Hey, do you think this is what Matthew Thiel was talking about earlier when he said he was upset with the fans, that the fans were laughing at him, and he said that he was going to get back at them. He said that nobody was going to leave here happy today. You think this is what he was talking about?
I think you're right, Marcus. $1 billion blackout applied to the Universal Champion in the center of the ring. Matthew Thiel is laughing over on the ramp. Dylan Drake is quickly fading. The referee is out, otherwise this would be a DQ, and Dylan Drake would retain the Universal title. Dylan Drake out cold. Matthew Thiel continuing to yell at the Gym Wars crowd.
There's little to no life left in the champ right now. Oh, this does not look good for Dylan. Jekyll's with a sick, twisted grin on his face.
Jekyll's back to his feet.
He needs to get the referee back into this one because Jekyll's could walk away right now the champion.
The referee is stirring back up to his knees. Jekyll's, he's got him goozled, gonna try and lift him up.
Sparky Ballard's coming back too. Is he gonna get him?
He's lifted him up.
He's got him. He's got him, John.
Choke slam, center of the ring. Using his head as a weapon here to roll him over. Cover 1. Not this way, 2. Not this way, 3.
We've got a new Universal Heavyweight Champion, John. Jekyll's in the Carnival of Shadows. They now hold the gold. They now possess the APW Universal Heavyweight Championship. What does this mean for APW?
But on Jekyll's, if I was Timothy Thatcher, though, I'd run out there and go grab Jekyll's. If this one ends in a count out, then there is no new champion.
Run out there again. I think he's going to fly out after him. Oh, but a forearm. Vicious forearm on a flying opponent by Jekyll's. And Thatcher's just hung up to dry on that second rope.
He could have knocked Timothy Thatcher completely out with that one.
Timothy Thatcher's on Dream Street. German suplex with a bridge there. Is it going to be enough? No. Thatcher able to kick out and get control of the arm. He's going to try and roll him over into the Thatcher stretch. He's got it applied. Thatcher stretch applied in the center of the ring.
The APW sheep chanting, telling Jekyll's to tap. Will he do it? Jekyll's calling for Blackwell.
He's calling for Blackwell to come and save him, but it doesn't look like Blackwell's coming. Oh, it does look like he's going to come, but Thatcher's there to meet him. European uppercut puts Blackwell down. Thatcher looking for the European uppercut once again. Backslide attempt here by Jekyll's. Gets it. 1, 2. No, Thatcher rolls over. Back into the Thatcher stretch in the center of the ring.
Right in the center of the ring. There is nowhere for Jekyll's to go.
Thatcher's got it applied, and Jekyll's is tapping out. We've got a new Universal Heavyweight Champion.
And the winner and the new APW Universal Heavyweight Champion in 21 minutes and 48 seconds, the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, but here comes Corvus.
The celebration short-lived. The Carnival of Shadows pouncing like the pack they are. Darkness running off Sparky. But now Corvus just choking the life out of Timothy Thatcher. The Carnival is not happy that Thatcher has won the Universal Heavyweight title.
Whoa, there you have it. So many great moments to make up 100 episodes of All Pro Wrestling Television. AJ, it's been an honor to be here.
Hang on a second. We didn't get what your favorite moment was from 100 episodes. I mean, what about Jody Christopherson debuting at the APW Garage?
Now that's a moment I'll never forget. What about Gangrel returning at Halloween Hell to take on Jekyll's the Jester?
That was a good one.
That's a good one right there.
What about Perry Von Vicious winning the Young Lions Cup?
Nah.
No, because he the one that first started talking all that mess. No, come from backstage, man. I'll show you a professional. And we gonna see what's really good, man. We trying to run away now. Hey, man, tell me to calm down. No, get in the ring, man. Let's go right now. Get in the ring. Let's see you.